Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. I have these do-it-yourself paper embellishments that I've made, and I just wanted to use my plain cardstock papers, and I'm just putting them all away in the boxes, and I thought, oh, I want to use some of these up. So I made these really easy, budget-friendly embellishments and just simple. So I wanted to show you what I made, and then I'm going to make another one in this video in case you wanted to give it a go and make some of these yourself. We probably all have some cardstock, plain paper cardstock laying around, and they just turn out really lovely. So I'm going to show you the ones that I made, and then I'll make one in this video. All I used was plain cardstock, a printed scrap piece of paper, and just a couple of your punches that you may have laying around. These are the ones that I used for these projects. So I've got a couple of different heart-shaped punches. I think this is like just about an inch or less than an inch in size heart shape, and then there is a smaller heart shape that I used. I also just using a small circle punch. It's just so you can punch out these corners, or if you have a hole punch, you can also make these corner shapes, or if you have a punch that have this sort of shape, you could use that. And I also use the 1-inch circle punch. If you don't have a 1 inch, you can just use a square shape, whatever shape you like, to make the embellishment. I also use some crochet string to decorate the top part of the embellishment and a word sentiment. You don't have to add this to the embellishment if you don't want to use any word sentiments. I just thought that was just another fun way to finish it off. And then I just added some of these little I don't know what they're like, polymer clay spacer beads, just to finish off the ends of the string. You can use beads, you can use some of the heart shaped papers and then just glue them to the end, or leave it without anything on there. It's just pretties it all up. So these are just some of the punches that I used, and then a circle punch to punch out the holes and some glue, and I'll show you how to make it. But let me just show you the ones that I've completed, and they're just so lovely. And if you're new, or you're just new to watching some paper crafts and you're wondering what would I do with something like this, you can have these to the side and they're all ready. And this is what have I got here? These are just plain cards that I purchased from our local discount store. You can get it like a pack of 50 or pack of 20 with envelopes. And this one here sort of flips up like that. And it's a blank card. And it was a larger size card like this one. And I just cut that in half. So I was able to get 2 mini note cards. So these are the two. So they were just sort of like that. And I just cut that. And I was able to get 2 pieces, and then you can just finish it off and add that to the front, and you've got yourself a handmade card already. You could even add some the foam tape to add more dimension and stick it to the front, or add another background paper to the back to decorate the back, and then add that to the front. So that's just another fun way to create a card. Or you can place it onto a blank gift tag or a shipping tag and place this on that, or just leave it as is and then punch another hole up here, and you've got yourself a decorative tag, and you can write your message to the back. That makes a great pretty gift tag as well. So there's a few different ways you could make these. You could gift these and send a pack of these to a crafty friend so they could use these on their projects. But I just wanted to make something with what I have and make some more embellishments, because I do like making them. So this is the first one that I made, and then I also made another one with a green color cardstock, and then just sort of added some beads to match the color tones of the paper print. And then this is another one. This is another pretty one. So just use your paper scraps to to make these, and I'm just going to put that up a bit. This one doesn't have any beads yet because I just finished making this one, so I've just got to add some beads. And there's a little heart up here, which was the smaller heart shape. And I just place that there, and it just sort of decorates the string. This is the other one that I made. And then I just used some gold glitter cardstock to just pop out the colours a bit more, just give it a bit of sparkle. So these were the ones that I just finished making. And I thought I'll do another one in this video if you want to see how I make these. They're really easy and simple. So I just put them there. I've already got my bits and pieces on another tray, so it's all ready for me to put together. And all you need is just 2 pieces of papers, 1 plain cardstock. You don't have to use a plain cardstock. If you don't have any, you can use white cardstock or another printed paper. If you have double-sided paper, you could use the back part as your background and then use the printed part to the front, so then it kind of coordinates well too. So you just play around with the way you would like to decorate to make your embellishment. And so you just need 2 of those, 1 for the back and then the paper print for the pattern, and then a little bit extra for your heart shape to coordinate, and then the circle part here is the same one. So it's only 2 pieces of papers, and we're just alternating the patterns. So you've got the pattern print, cardstock, pattern print and cardstock. Very simple. And then I did use another piece of scrap paper to punch out for the little heart. So that will be for that. I got some gold glitter cardstock for the background for the word sentiment. And I've got a word sentiment that I have. And just some foam strip of double-sided foam. And I think that's about it. And then your punches and some string and some glue. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to cut out the papers first, so they're all the same size. Excuse me. So I'm going to grab the cardstock first, and all I'm going to do is cut it down to 2 inches by 3 inches. And I've got a little bit extra here to punch out for the circle piece. So I'm just going to cut mine first. I'll cut it this way, 3 inches. Hopefully I've got enough here to punch out the 1-inch circle. So 2 inches by 3 inches. And then I'm going to cut another piece, or punch out another piece for the background. So that's using my 1-inch circle punch. So I've got those 2 pieces done. Don't need these now. And for the front part of this part, I'm going to cut it at 1 3/4 of an inch. I might go this. I'll go this way first. So I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4 inches. And 1 3/4. Just picking out the best piece. So it was 1 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 in height. I basically just want to sort of the size to fit inside the cardstock, and then leaving a little bit of a height so we can punch a couple of holes. So that was my measurements for those. And then the little bit extra of the paper, I'm going to punch out the heart. I might use this part. I might go here. So that will go together with that. And that's done. And I'm just going to punch out the little heart with that little extra piece. and that's for the little dangly bit for the top. So it's one of those. And that, and then I have that and some of that. So they're all the pieces you just need to make a complete embellishment. I'll just bring it out. So we have the background piece, 2 inches by 3 inches, the pattern print, 1 3/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches, and then your extra little pieces. If you don't have the large size heart and you've got the small one, you can still use the little one. It doesn't really matter. You can just decorate it. You can maybe add 2 pieces to the 1-inch circle if you don't have the larger one. If you have just the larger one, you can do that as well for this part here. It doesn't matter. It'll still look just as nice. And if you don't have a 1-inch circle, you can just cut a square 1 inch by 1 inch, and then we can even add that to place it to the front. Let me just cut one out just so you can see. Let me just cut this out. So I don't want you to feel like you think you have to have what I've made to make it. Use what you have, it'll still work just as pretty. So this is a 1-inch square that I just cut out in case you don't have that, so you can see the difference. And now I'm just going to put it all together, and I did add these foam dots to the back here just to raise it up. But what I'll do first, I'm going to use a smaller circle punch just to cut out these, punch out the corners into like a ticket strip sort of shape. So I'm just going to go in a little bit like that on the corner and do that to all 4 corners. So you see that it looks like that. I've got that all done, and I'll do the same to the printed paper. Go that way. So now that can get placed to the front. Already looks pretty already. And I'm just going to add some of these to the back. But what I might do first, I might punch out the holes first, just so that if I put that on there first, it might be, I'm not sure I'm going to put the holes, so I'm just going to use the We Are Memory Keepers hole punch. Just sort of eyeball it, and hopefully it lines up. So I've got my holes punched ready for my string. So now I can add these to the back. I did have the larger size squares, but I ran out, so I've only got these little smaller ones, but it still works. So I've just got them all on there. I'll just peel the backings off, and then I can adhere it to the cardstock. Okay, one more. And I'm just going to place it just a little bit off center from the middle. So that's in place. What did I do here? And I did also add the foam squares to the back here, so to give it more dimension. And if you don't, you can use a square one. I think the square would look just as nice. And then when you've got your heart, so it actually looks just as, you could even go that way and go on an angle, and turn it. So it's like a diamond shape. So I think the square would look just as nice. I'm thinking now I should do the square one. So you can still make projects if you have minimal craft supplies. And this is another inexpensive way of making these. Okay, I'm going to place this onto the center of the printed paper as best I can. That's that. And then with the heart, I'm folding this in half in the middle, just so that I can have the heart not glued all the way down. And a bit of glue just to the middle part of where I folded it. Excuse my nails if you look. I had some clear nail polish and I ran out of nail polish remover to remove it, so sorry if it I don't have the best nails, but I guess you're not here to look at my nails, hopefully. I wish I had nice nails, but there we go. I'll just let that set, and I'm just going to grab some string. Oh, actually, before I grab some string, let's just punch. I'm just going to punch out a little hole on either corner. I'll just punch it on this side, so I could thread that through the string. So I'm just going to cut this up. So I'm just going to go around, go to the front, and then I'm going to thread the little heart. And then I'm going to go around one more time. And back through the other hole to the front. And then I can just cut the length. And just tie a knot and a little bow. And then that's all for that. And then you can finish off adding your beads if you want, and work out how long you want your length to be. You can have it even longer, so it hangs all the way down. That would still look really lovely. Just gonna even up the bow shape. Just working out how big I want my bow. Okay, that'll do. I'm just going to trim. I like to keep one longer than the other. So that's all done there, and then you've got your little bow just there. And that part's done. I'm just going to finish it off with the word sentiment. Just going to trim off the ends. And this will just finish it off. Try to bring it closer. And then I'm just going to add it about there and have that sort of hanging off the edge a little bit. And that's all complete. I can keep adding on some little flat back pearls to the corners here. That would look really pretty as well. You can keep adding more and more decorative pieces to your embellishment. If you wanted to, you can add some flat back pearls to the center of the heart. You can even punch out another smaller heart and layer it on the top. So you can still have fun decorating it. But I just thought this was just nice and simple, really quick, just using minimal paper, and great way to gift these for a happy mail. Add these to your projects. I hope you enjoyed this process video and my project share of my do-it-yourself paper embellishments, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.